Hello, thank you for joining me today. The question in circular motion here says a particle makes 300 rpm on a circular path of radius 48 centimeter. Find A, its period, B, its angular velocity, C, its linear velocity, and D, its acceleration. Now, for us to solve this, we have to apply the appropriate formulas. But first of all, I would like us to take out the given parameters from the question. So let me start by saying solution. And then I'll start with question A. Here we have to find the period. But now, based on what we are given 300. This RPM means revolution per minute. So we say N, which is the number of oscillation or number of revolution, is 300. And then we have the radius of the circular path. Radius of the circular path as 48 centimeter. Now we have to convert it to meter. So it will be equal to 48 over 100 in order to convert it to meter, and that will give us 0.48 meter. And then another thing that we are given, this 300 revolution per minute means that the time taken is 1 minute. Per minute means 1 minute. And in physics, 1 minute is the same thing as 60 seconds because we apply the SI unit in seconds. So I can say time is equal to 1 minute, that is per minute, and that will be equal to 60 seconds. And then from the first question, we have to find the period. Capital letter T is the period. So the formula for period, if we recall, is given to us as T, which is period, is equal to the time taken all over the number of oscillation. Don't forget this formula. We are using this formula when it has to do with time and number of oscillation or number of revolution. So the time is 60 seconds. Don't forget your time should be in seconds. Divided by the number of revolution or oscillation is 300. So 60 divided by 300 is going to give us the period as 0.2 seconds. So that's the value for the period. Now the second question says, would you find its angular velocity? The angular velocity. The formula for angular velocity, you will agree with me, is omega, that is the angular velocity, is equal to 2 pi over the period t. So this is the formula for angular velocity. And with that, we can calculate the angular velocity of the question. Now, let's substitute values. So we have 2 multiplied by the value of pi. I'm going to take 3.142. And then all divided by the period that we just obtained now, which is 0.2. By the time we multiply this out and divide by 0.2, it's going to give us the angular velocity as 31.42 radians per second. That is radians per second. So that is the value of the angular velocity. Then now, the next thing that we have to calculate, that is question C now. We have to calculate the linear velocity. The formula for linear velocity, which is V, is equal to omega multiplied by r. So the omega, which is of what we just obtained now, is 31.42 multiplied by the radius of the circular part, which is 0.48. And that will give us the velocity as 15.08 meter per second. So that is the velocity, the linear velocity for the motion. Now, I would like us to move on to the last question, which is asking us to find the acceleration. Now, for us to get the acceleration, we are simply also going to apply the formula for acceleration. So the formula for acceleration, A, is equal to angular velocity, which omega square multiplied by the radius. And that will be equal to the angular velocity, which is 31.42 all squared, and then multiply by the radius of the circular part, which is 0.48. And that will give us the value for the acceleration as 473.9 meter per second square as the value for the acceleration. And that's the final solution. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.